It's time for Dodger baseball.
Welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. I'm your host, Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. If you're new to the show, let us know where you represent Dodgers Nation from. Give me those city zip codes down below in the comment section. Also, I want your big takeaways from the Dodgers' 5-3 NLDS Game 1 win over the Padres. Who's your player of the game? Because tonight, I will take it. A win is a win for your Dodgers. Yes, it could have been by more. Yes, they probably should have scored more runs off Clevenger. Yes, you would have liked to see them answer some of those runs that the Padres got, but a dub is a dub, and the Dodgers are up 1-0 in the NLDS. They cooled off the Padres. Little brother is back to not winning against the Dodgers, so that's definitely what you want to see. But let me know down below. Here we go. Fox commentators are so annoying. Trea, yeah, we're going to talk about this whole game. We're going to break it all down. It was nice to see Trea Turner break out because, of course, everyone talks about Trea Turner's postseason lack of success, his postseason struggles. And tonight, Trea Turner, he was massive for the Dodgers. He ends up getting the home run, getting the double. He gets the Dodgers on the board early on. So Trea Turner, if he continues to play like that, he's going to get himself a big bag. But yeah, we're going to break it all down. We're talking about Julio's outing because Julio, he was really sharp at times, and then the fifth inning, he did struggle a little bit with command, but hey, to me, if it's my player of the game, I'm giving the game ball. My player of the game goes to the entire bullpen. 4 shutout innings from this Dodgers bullpen. They win Game 1 by a score of 5-3, and you didn't use Tommy Kahnle. You didn't use Blake Treinen. You didn't use Yency Almonte. You didn't use Dustin May. So Julio Urias, he goes 5 innings, and they still found a way to piece it together. We're going to talk about Evan Phillips, who was a little shaky at times, but I think it was big for him to go out there and get the job done no matter how he could get it because he is going to be that big, high-leverage guy. But let's jump into the comics section. We're going to break this entire game down. Give me your big takeaways. What did you think of Julio Urias' outing? You got to give credit to Dave Roberts. I think it was a very well-managed game by Dave Roberts. I think he pushed all the right buttons the way he went to Evan Phillips early because this was a must-win for the Dodgers. The Dodgers dropped this game, and it's a coin flip series. It's a situation where the Dodgers, they have to win the next 3 out of 4 if they drop tonight. So this was a must-win game, and I think he managed the bullpen as such. But here we go. We got #PayTrey from Richard Regal. Who's their daddy? That's from Dominic. By the way, I'm looking for the comment of the night, and if I see that comment of the night, you're going to see one of these.
You win.
And if I see a fire take, you're going to see one of these.
Fire take.
You guys know I love the burns. Any Padres burns, whatever it is, you're going to hear a finish him.
Finish him.
There we go. But yeah, we are going to break it all down. So much to get into here. Trea Turner looking for an even bigger contract. Great night. I'm in the 926. The night a little fat 92060 the Escondido. Yeah, I think that's one of the big storylines tonight is Trea Turner. We're going to talk about this Dodgers offense. Really got to Mike Clevenger. What did I say before the game? If you watched the pregame show, I said the Dodgers win by a score of 6-3. LA couldn't give me one more run, but I said that they would get to Mike Clevenger, and it wouldn't be in the fashion where they're trying to draw walks and get that pitch count up. And yes, they did that, but they got to him by getting base hits, by getting extra base hits. You saw the doubles. You saw Will Smith come through. You saw Trea Turner come through. And then after that, the offense, they really sputtered. The Padres bullpen, they shut down the Dodgers bats after that, and they end up retiring 12 Dodgers in a row at one point, and they weren't able to get anything going after that Gavin Lux 2-out double in the third. But here, Martin, player of the game. Yeah, Chris Martin, he's a guy who the Dodgers, they fix faster than the speed of sound. It was great to see him have success, and that is what you want to see because, look, you're not going to see Chris Martin go every single night and get the ball in the ninth. But tonight, he does get the job done, get him credit, and like I said, they didn't use Tommy Kahnle. They didn't use some of those other high-leverage guys. But, yeah, Chris Martin, he goes an inning, allowed that one base hit to Cronenworth, but 11 pitches, 8 for strikes. He was very efficient. Ha-Seong Kim, he ends up going out there and representing the tying run, and he ends up popping out. We got Don Kim for Y. We got Mike C. Julio always seems to fall off a cliff in the 5th or the 6th inning. Yeah, I think Mike says if you look at Julio's outing on the night, he did a lot of really good things. I mean, for the first inning, 1-2-3 first, a 1-2-3 second. Then the second inning, Nola was able to get that 2-out double, and he ends up striking out Profar, and he gets him swinging with that slurve, and he strands the run there at second. So he ends up getting himself out of that, and then he comes back from that and has a 1-2-3 fourth, and then he did get into some trouble there in the 5th inning. We're going to talk about that in just a second, but let's get back into your comments here, and we'll continue to break this down. Give me your big takeaways. Give me all your thoughts. I want all your hot takes on tonight. How stressful was that? How stressful was that? You can unclench your butt cheeks right now. You guys are good. The Dodgers got the win by a final score of 5-3. LA leads in the series by a score by 1-0 on the series. LA up 1-0 on the series over the Padres. They're now 24-5 against Lil Bro San Diego in their last 29 games. By the way, thanks a lot, Fox, for trying to jinx the Dodgers there with the fact that they were 47-1 when they had a 5-run lead in the postseason in their history. We're not going to talk about what happened in 2014 against the Cardinals. That was a nightmare game. But Dodgers now 48-1 when they have a 5-run lead in the postseason. Let's jump back into it. We got F. Weenie Machado. Yeah, how about Bruised Dark Gratter? We'll talk about that. Good job, Dodgers. Will Smith MVP. That's from Walter over on YouTube. CT would have made those plays in the 3rd. And we're going to talk about that because there was some shaky defense there by Trea Thompson starting in left field. You love the move considering the fact that he's earned the right to be out there. And then on top of everything else, Chris Taylor has been banged up. Yes, he did get that cortisone shot. Yes, he did participate in that sim game. But everyone approved of Trea Thompson being out there and left, but on the Will Myers home run, he totally mistimed his jump. It could have been a rob job. And then on the diving play, when you look at that scenario, I didn't love the dive there too. So not the best defense from Trea Thompson. You want to see him clean that up. It might have been a combination of nerves. It was his first postseason game out there, and he'll learn from this. But definitely that is something that we are going to keep our eyes on because Chris Taylor has made game-changing plays for this team. Also, you look at the throw when Kim scored on that sac fly from Nola, not the greatest throw from Trea Thompson there. But let's jump back into the comment section. Bullpen lights out. Yeah, like I said, that is my player of the game. I'll get more specific in a second, but yeah, just a lot of love, a lot of kudos to this Dodgers bullpen. 4 shutout innings from the Dodger pen. We're going to break it all down because Alex Vesia, he was absolute nails. Evan Phillips, a little shaky, though. The mistake he made to Will Myers, where Will Myers fouls it back with the runners on first and second, and a real chance to get the Padres in this game and make this very, very interesting. That was a scary moment if you're a Dodger fan. San Gabriel checking in. Angel, we got bullpen lights out from Dodgers. Joseph, I like what I've seen. Keep it going, Dodgers. Everyone has to contribute. By the way, if you haven't yet, be sure to smash that like button. This is your show. I'm just hosting it. I'm the man of the fan here to get all your takes on Dodger baseball. So tune in all postseason long. We're doing pregame and postgame for every single Dodger postseason game. We got Stoke for the win. We're staying up on the East Coast, finally up to the late night live chat. What up, Cooper Neal over on YouTube? Alex Manny getting spanked more than a college girl on spring break. Wow, that's a fire take.
Fire take.
Nando 390, Trea Thompson's defense. Yeah, bring a night owl in North Carolina. Smith MVP. Did the rain affect the audio? I'm not so sure, but I do know the Dodgers made it rain on Sunshine. They got to Mike Clevenger early in this one, and that's exactly what I expected them to do because Mike Clevenger is a below-average major league pitcher. This guy is their number 4 starter, but might as well be their number 40th starter. The guy isn't good out there, and we're going to talk about that. Julio from Reese. We got Dave Luna, Smith or bullpen for MVP. We got Jason. I've seen enough of Trace already from Jason. Yeah, not the best showing from Trea Thompson. And yes, a 901 OPS. He was the feel-good story of the year. Did struggle down the stretch. And with Trea Thompson, he's a guy that's been punishing mistakes all season long. And you're not going to see as many mistakes in the postseason. So we will see how he performs. But defensively, it's tough to say, oh, the guy should have made a rob job catch, right? But still, it just didn't have that feeling of comfort out there with Trea Thompson. But he ends up going 0 for 3 with the strikeout, so wasn't able to get anything going at the plate. Will Smith, he was fantastic. He goes 2 for 4, had the RBI. But, we'll talk about that. But, what do you guys think about Trea Thompson? You guys a little concerned about his defense? We got Julio had a bad fifth, but the team had his back. That is from Strider. Hear you, D-Mac. Julio started off strong, but he cooled off, and fifth was just an ugly inning. So we'll get to that. Let's jump into these comments, guys. By the way, if I don't get to your comment, keep coming with it because I will get to it eventually. Fox blows from Rebecca. We got Anthony Keene. What's up with the rain? Yeah, I mean the rain out there in Los Angeles. I was pretty surprised to see that. But second here, guys. There we go. Ray Brios. Kirsch can relax a little for game 2. He can get a little wound up. That is from Ray Barrios over there. We got Rory. We want Joe Davis back on the call. Come on, Fox. Deshaun, the starters need to go deep into the game. You're not deep into the game with this new format. You're not going to see that. I mean, that's just not how Major League Baseball is played. You know they have their concerns with Julio Urias facing the order the third time around. And, he wasn't as sharp there in that fifth inning. So we'll get to that. Give trade the bag from Ray F. Carolyn, it's almost as if the Dodgers are bored. No Chris Taylor tonight. Hope CT3 is good to go for tomorrow. That's the difference between the veteran players. Marina, it started raining to hide the Padres' tears. That's a fire take. That's a contender for comment of the night, and that comes from this comment's coming so fast. Gonna have to figure this thing out. That's from Grumpy Dino over on YouTube. Trace will bounce back tomorrow. Mark my word. That's from Trace Gallo Phillips. Chris Martin has great control. Very efficient. 11 pitches, 8 for a strike. So top of the first inning. Julio Urias, 1-2 pitch. He gets Profar to ground to third. So, 1-2-3 inning on 12 pitches for Julio there. He gets Profar to ground out. He gets Soto to ground to short. He fell behind 3-1 to Machado, who came into this with a 1247 OPS versus Julio Urias, and he gets him to ground to second for the third out, and then bottom of the first inning. This was big for this game because the Dodgers came out, they set the tone, they scored some runs. Betts grounded to third for the first out. We're going to talk about Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, and Trey Turner, who did not have a good night. They end up combining to go 0 for 10 with 3 punch-outs. Betts did not look good at the plate. Mookie Betts did not look good at the plate. He left the bases loaded in the third inning. I was not impressed with Betts. I want to see him have a better game tomorrow because he has to be a catalyst. He has to be a spark plug. He has to be a guy that does set the table for the Dodgers offense because we know when Betts gets on and he scores, that changes everything for this team. That their record reflects that. But to give Trey the bag, we got to jump back in this comment section more. Doomsow. Dodgers can't be good for only 3 innings. D-Mac, that's from Lucio. Agree. This team, but I mean, the bullpen was great for 4 innings in this one. Julio Urias was great, save for that third inning. So 8 of the 9 innings, the Dodgers pitchers pitched well, and they gave this team a chance to win. And the Dodgers, they left some food on the table. They left some opportunities there, and they weren't able to cash in. We're going to jump into that. Hashtag win for Vin. Drop me a hashtag win for Vin down below in the comments section because that is what this is about. Win for Vin Scully. Because this feels like a team of destiny. And, I think just getting that big win, too, after the big layoff, didn't look too rusty. Kid K on the bump tomorrow, 2-0. Dodgers doing 11:30. Will Smith. We got Jamie Lannister. Mookie needs to do something. Dookie's Padres in their heads. Bench Cody from ODB. We did a little belly watch because I don't want to see a belly flop in the postseason. I want to see Code Tober tonight. Cody Bellinger, he ends up going 0 for 3 with 2 punch-outs. He goes down swinging twice. Did put the ball in play, which helped the Dodgers get a run. It was ultimately ruled as an error. But Turner the Redhead, let's go from B. Guzman. The Mondres got beat harder than me getting hit by my mom's belt. Okay, that is from, I don't know. Got to find out how to get these comments back because they disappear. But Vesia looked real good from Tyrell. Kid K tomorrow. We got Clay Thompson needs to teach Trace how to use his hops at the wall. That's from Sports Cards Report. That's a comment of the night. Juice Narrows, the FS1 crew was straight up clowning on the Padres. during the broadcast. Not worried about Trace. We got too much contact in the 5th inning. Yeah, so bottom of the 1st inning, 1-1 pitch. Trea Turner, he crushed a Trey tank to left, making it 1-0 Dodgers, 111 miles per hour off the bat. Fastball, inside corner, right in Trea Turner's nitro zone. That puts LA up 1-0. Then Freddie Freeman, he struck out on a curveball away for the 2nd out. Then an 0-1 pitch. Will Smith doubles to left. Fastball right in on the hands. He turns on it. Double for Smitty. And the next batter, Max Muncy, 2 outs, 3-1 pitch. He singles to shallow left to score Smith to make it 2-1 LA. Great piece of hitting there by Max Muncy. Great to see him have some success early on here. We got Pat J says, set the tone, Trey. Since when did Bellinger look good? Strider, hear you. Kevin, Freddie, comeback game tomorrow, seems to be rushing it at the plate. Yeah, he didn't look great at the plate either. Was able to draw that walk, but Mets needs to eat some meat. He does eat meat. That was a myth. David Robb, Mookie, and Freeman didn't do a lot. Roy Madre is delusional. Again, last time Darvish pitched at Dodger Stadium, he got bombed. So, yeah. Will Smith, he gets a double. Max Muncy, he gets the single, makes it 2-0 Dodgers. And then on a 1-2 pitch, Lux lines to center for the 3rd out. So the Dodgers, they strike first blood. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, but they had an opportunity to make it an even bigger inning. And Lux, he gave it a ride, but that was all she wrote for that 1st inning. But it was big to get out on top. This team is a whole different team when they strike first and they get ahead. And then also you work that pitch count up. They made him throw pitches there, and they were very aggressive. And they still worked that count. Then top of the 2nd. Another 1-2-3 inning for Julio Urias on 14 pitches. Then jump to the top of the 3rd inning. We talked a little bit about that, where Julio, he ends up giving up the double to Nola, left that 4-seam fastball a little up. Then with a runner on second, 2 outs, 3-2 count. This is one of the big punch-outs of the night for Julio, getting that punch-out of Jurickson Profar, the Patrick Beverly of Major League Baseball, and he strands the runner at second. But let's get into the bottom of the 3rd inning, because that was the big inning for the Dodgers. But let me know down below in the comment section, hashtag Padres Pack, JSL. Yeah, we'll be smoking that Padres Pack. Light me up some of that Padres Pack. We got 2 more games. I predicted a sweep. Let me know down below in the comment section. How do you feel after game 1? Do you think the Dodgers take the next 2? Do you think that it will be a longer series after what you saw tonight? I want your thoughts down below. Hashtag win for Vin. That's from JB12. Hashtag win for Vin from Badger Ninja. Hashtag win for Vin from Devontae Short. Tony says, I agree with you, D-Mac. Sloppy game. But yeah, like Conway away. So yeah, I agree with you. Like, what's sloppy game? How about the big double play there in the 6th inning in the turn by Gavin Lux? So there were some defensive plays that were a game changer for the Dodgers, ones that worked in their favor. So I was impressed by that turn by Gavin Lux. But let's jump to the bottom of the 3rd. We got 3-2 pitch, Trea Turner, a leadoff double to left center, slider inner half. So Trea Turner setting the tone in both of the Dodgers scoring innings, the 1st inning and then the 3rd inning. So to see him not only get base hits, but to slug. And he only had 2, how about this? He had 2 base hits. He already matches base hit total from the 2021 postseason, I believe. So Trea Turner off to a great start, and that's going to be massive for this Dodger team. That's exactly what they needed tonight. I said in the pregame show, I'm fine with Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts going 0 for 4 each if it means that Trea Turner can get a couple base hits tonight, and that's exactly what happened. So I still feel really good about that, because Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts, they're going to be producing, they're going to be productive for this Dodgers team. They are going to come through. We got Manny Machado eats spaghetti. Manny Machado eats hold on, D-Mac, I'm glad that I'm just going to screenshot some of these because this thing is going too fast, and I don't know, they just got to figure this thing out. Here we go. Yeah, this stream is popping off, guys. Sorry, the comments coming so quick that it disappears from the chat, but we'll work on that. We got Love Smith so much he's underrated from Reese Joseph. Ruben, what up, D-Mac? What up, Ruben, over on Facebook? WB, Smith will be either the NLCS or World Series MVP. Strider, only homer was Trea Turner. We got Anthony Keene. Hit that like button. Yeah, Anthony Keene, my man. We got 8th with Joseph Megazzeni. We did it. What up, Joseph Megazzeni from From the OC, we got Reggie from Pasadena. Some loyal Dodgers Nation day ones rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show after LA beat the Padres by a final score of 5-3. It looked like the Dodgers were going to blow it wide open. Ended up being a closer game than we had hoped, but the W is a W. The Dodgers got that win, and hey, that's all that matters. I don't care how the Dodgers win. It can be by 20 runs or 1 run. I just care about getting those 11 postseason wins and winning another World Series championship. What's up, Doug from Linwood, California? What up, Saul? You garbage? Who said that? Who said you garbage? That's from Reese Joseph. That's a fire take. Yeah. Give Roberts his credit, guys. Give Roberts his credit. I think he did a great job managing that bullpen. I think it was the right move to pull Julio Urias. And yes, if you look at that pitch count, 70, 50. So the thing about Julio Urias is he was very efficient early on, but that 5th inning, you started to see some harder contact. You started to see him miss those spots and ends up throwing 79 pitches, 58 first strikes, gave up the home run, allowed 3 runs on 4 hits. But I think that was the right pull because you don't want to – there's certain points with Julio you just don't want to have him face the lineup a third time, and I think that Julio at that point, you're on that postseason adrenaline. All of his velo numbers, they were up on the night, and that's when guys top out. Guys hit their max velo in the postseason, so I think it was a great pull, and you go to Evan Phillips early on. You don't mess around. You go to your best high-leverage reliever, Fireman Phillips, Dr. Filth, and hashtag fire me up, Doug. I'll fire you up, man. You want to get fired up, Nick? There we go. Hashtag Vintober, Andrew G. I like that. We got Bruce Davis, D-Mac. I love the Dodgers, but we don't have a World Series rotation. We got 2 good pitchers. I disagree with that. I think Tyler Anderson, I think Tony Gonsolin are both quality starting pitchers, and I also love the depth of this team. Don't focus so much on the starters. Focus on 1 through 13. If you look at 1 through 13, the Dodgers, they led the league in ERA at 2.81, and they're a team that has a lot of talent, lots of arm talent. Look at Chris Martin, a deadline acquisition, goes out there, and he gets the final save, first save for him. So hashtag sweep him. That's from Martin. Playoffs, baby. I'll take it. We got Eric. They have to tighten up going forward. Darvish will mostly deal tomorrow. Yeah, we'll talk about you Darvish's start in a little bit, but let's continue breaking down what we saw tonight. What were your big takeaways? Are you concerned about the offense? Because, yeah, the offense, they just got shut down by this. They just got shut down by this Padres bullpen at the end of this one, because yes, they got to Mike Clevenger, but Wilson, Johnson, Hill, Martinez, they combined to really dominate this Dodgers team. So yeah, they need to find a way to get to these guys, and they had Wilson inning in third at 37 pitches. Johnson, he came in, he ends up throwing 24 pitches. So, yeah, I think the Dodgers need to do a better job of getting to this Padres bullpen, because I've been calling it the Pop-Tart Padres bullpen because it's soft in the middle. Yes, we know guys like Suarez, Garcia, those are dogs. We know Hader has pitched like the Josh Hader of old in those last 10 innings. He pitched well in the wild card series. So, yes, we know they have some guys at the back end of that bullpen, some bona fide high-leverage guys, but you got to get to that middle of the bullpen and eat and do damage. And the Dodgers, they failed to do that tonight. But back to the bottom. What up, homie? What up, Rafael Rodriguez? Let's do 10 comments here. Ernie, did Roberts question foreign substance used by the Padres? Ernie, I did not see that, but we know that Joe Musgrove leads the league in ERA, if you know what I'm saying. Okay? I'm telling you, man. I don't know how the umpire didn't take advantage of that moment and do the pull a quarter out of your ear trick. That was perfect for that. That's what hashtag never a rivalry. That's from Mike Aranda. Hashtag Madres wet dream rivalry. Justin Kim 2000 DMAC Dodgers for life, just like the Cobra Kai. That's what we were saying. You got to sweep the leg with a spoon. What it do from San Diego in enemy territory. No parades tonight down there. Let's go Dodgers. You want to let's go Dodgers? I got you. Darvish, we got to face then Musgrove. Yeah, Musgrove must go. Dodgers will be fine. They'll get to him. Spencer from Las Vegas. We got Machado with a Jim Carrey veneer smile. Hey, man. Yeah, whose teeth are more expensive, you think? Freddie Freeman's or Jim Carrey? I think it's like the same. They went to the same dentist as the Masks did. But Dodgers haters are just jealous. So, yeah, back into this third inning. So, Trey Turner, he gets that leadoff double to center. Slider, inner half. Then Freddie Freeman, he flies to left for the first out. Then next batter, Will Smith. 2-0 count. He doubles to left, scoring Trea Turner to make it 3-0 LA. Sinker, bottom of the zone. Will Smith is locked in. Will Smith, if you don't know, now you know. I know a lot of the casuals around the league of other fan bases, they will tune in during this part of the season, in the postseason, and Will Smith is going to be a household name because he was robbed by not getting an All-Star selection, and he showed out tonight. Will Smith, he's that guy, always squaring up baseballs. Smitty, and no, I'm not Will Smith, but hey, there's never been a picture of Will Smith and I in the same room. I'm just saying. But Will Smith, he ends up getting that double. That makes it 3-0 Dodgers. Then with Will Smith on second, Muncy draws a one-out walk to set the Dodgers up with runners on first and second and one out. Justin Turner, he strikes out swinging on a slider for the second out. And then with 2 outs and runners on first and second, a 2-2 pitch, Gavin Lux doubles to right to make it 4-0 LA. So a great piece of hitting there by Gavin Lux. Gets his hands through the zone, just rips it to right field, and that's massive for Gavin Lux, who has dealt with a neck injury, was struggling down the stretch. You saw him come to life. You saw some signs of life late before the season ended, and yeah, he's a guy batting a little higher in that order than some people wanted to. Some people wanted to see him in the 8 or 9 spot, but Gavin Lux, he came through tonight in a big way, and at that point you felt good about a rout. You thought the Dodgers were going to body slam Diego and pour it on, but they struggled from then on. They weren't able to get another base hit after that Gavin Lux base hit. So that was it for Mike Clevenger. They made it rain on sunshine, and in comes Wilson and Thompson. In comes Wilson to face Trea Thompson, and he falls behind the count 1-2, and then he takes 3 straight sliders away to draw a 2-out walk. So not the best night for Trea Thompson at the plate, but that was a nice at-bat, laying out those sliders to draw that walk. And then Cody Bellinger, he reaches on that error by Will Myers to make it 5-0 Dodgers. And then with 2 outs and the bases loaded, Mookie Betts flies to center. I did not love that at-bat. That was not a competitive at-bat for Mookie Betts to fly out in that situation. He just didn't look right. The timing didn't look there. But, yeah, I expect more from Mookie Betts. I'm a Mookie stan. I'm the president of the Mookie Betts fan club. I bought real estate on Mookie Betts Island, but I need to see more from Mookster. I want to see him living his Betts life. D-Mac, the SD for San Diego Padres really means still disappointed. You know you're going to get a fire take from that one.
Fire take.
Chris Martin was great in the closer's role. Who's that from? Deborah Young. Yeah. Hey, when Andrew Friedman traded for Chris Martin, he was hoping that he would look something just like this. No, okay, I won't sing, guys. But, yeah, he was great. I mean, give him credit. Just attacking the zone, soft contact. Cronenworth did a nice job getting that base hit, but attack early and relax. That's from Juan. Let us sweep from Bravia. Our bullpen is fire. Yeah, that is one of the biggest takeaways, is the performance of this Dodgers bullpen tonight, and the fact you didn't use. Imagine having your starter go 5 innings and you go out there, Evan Phillips, he's the top dog. He is the fireman Phillips, their best high-leverage reliever, and he was shaking. We're going to talk about him in just a second, but you go Evan Phillips, you go Alex Vesia, you go Brusdar Graterol, and you go Chris Martin, and you still have Yency Almonte stashed away. We don't know what Blake Trinan looks like yet, but you still have Blake Trinan, who last year was the Dodgers' best higher-leverage reliever. He's stashed away. He could go tomorrow and then get that day off after tomorrow's game. Dustin May is available. We'll see how they use him. They might want to save him for a piggyback role later in the series. We'll see what they do in games 3 or 4. But Tommy Kahnle was not used tonight. So, yeah, I think this Dodgers bullpen, they're deeper than the Mariana Trench, and they're just, we saw a glimpse of it tonight. But I thought the Padres offense was not great. Yeah, the Padres offense, they weren't great, but one of my big takeaways, and we'll get to this in a second, was the bottom of their order, the middle of their order, starting a rally. And you want to limit that, because that has been one of the flaws of the San Diego Padres. Is yes, you have those top guys. You have Manny Machado, who put together an MVP caliber season. You do have Juan Soto, who, yes, he's having a down year, but he's still Juan Soto. But the bottom of that order just hasn't been good. But D-Mac, the SD for San Diego. Okay, we got how are you feeling about Vesia and Phillips pitching tomorrow if needed? That's the big question. Who is going to be available tomorrow? Vesia, he ends up doing an up-down tonight, goes an inning and 2/3, 19 pitches, but hey, when you see some of those lefties, a Juan Soto in that situation, who Juan Soto is is having his worst year of his career versus lefties, 20 points lower than his worst year, hitting just slightly above 701. So, yeah, they might need him, but let's jump back into this inning. So, Dodgers get 2 runs on 3 hits, miss an opportunity to blow it wide open there. Then, top of the 4th inning, 1-2-3 for Julio. He gets Soto to line to center, strikes out Machado swinging with a slurve down and in. So, having Julio get that punchy of against Machado was big, considering the success that he's had in his career against the Urias. And then he struck out Drury with an elevated fastball. So the Padres, one of the worst teams in the league when it comes to chasing elevated heaters, and that is what Julio was doing tonight. 4 of his 6 punch-outs were via that 4-seam fastball, and you saw him get some with that fastball up. Kim there and Profar, Drury. So, yeah, did a nice job using that as a weapon. He has been pretty much for the entire season. But let's jump to the top of the 5th inning. That was the trouble inning for the Dodgers. Buckle your couch seatbelts if you're at the game. That's when you're starting to get a little nervous, to start to panic a little bit. Julio is the Padre from JB12. Give you a fire take for that. Yep, Dodgers are Jansen free. That's Ray Barrios. Martin Lynch, no prisoners. Wait till everyone gets hot. That's from Saul Aguirre. Caesar D-Mac, I've never heard the Let's Go Dodgers sound once. Never works on YouTube, I'm guessing. Really? Should work. It's just the sound, but I don't know. Let me know. Do you guys hear that? I'm going to break the rules. I challenge you to a staring contest. Okay, I don't know about that. Yes, nice hit by Liz. JT at third tomorrow. Ricky G, 209. Is D-Mac and Will Smith related? Christian Lucas. But yeah, so top of the 5th inning, 1-1 pitch to Will Myers. He homers to left to give the Padres their first run of the night to make it 5-1 Dodgers. Slurve that was a little up, it hung there, and Myers, he hit it out. And then Trea Thompson, he had a shot at it. And we saw how Cody Bellinger changed the series in 2020 with his rob job when he stole Fernando Tatis's lunch money. And Trea's had a really good opportunity there. The Dodgers, they challenged it to see if there was fan interference, but were unsuccessful. And that gave the Padres their first run of the night. It made it 5-1 Dodgers. Yeah, just let that slurve up a little bit, but that gives Will Myers the home run. And that has been Julio Urias' bugaboo this season. Julio Urias has had issues allowing those home runs, and that is something that can be mitigated when you consider the fact that a lot of them are solo shots. I mean, this year on the season, 23 bombs given up by Julio Urias, now 24, and the majority of his runs coming from the home run ball. So he missed a pitch there, left one a little too up, a little too out over the plate, and Will Myers, give him credit, he went deep. So next batter, Cronenworth, though, he singles to right, and on that at-bat, the issue with Julio is he fell behind the count 2-0. So we saw Julio at one point in this game, he was throwing strike after strike after strike, and at one point in this game, he had thrown 18 straight strikes from the top of the second to the top of the third, but he fell behind the count to Cronenworth, and Cronenworth was able to get that single, another slurve, didn't have that same break. He didn't have that same depth. It wasn't sharp, and he gets the base hit. And with Cronenworth at first, a 2-2 count to Kim, he doubles to left, giving the Padres runners on first and second with no outs, or second and third with no outs. And that was an interesting play because I thought they would send Kim in that situation. On that play, Trea Thompson, the defense there, he just dives. I mean, when you're up by 5-1, you just want to keep the ball in front of you. I think he was playing a little hero ball, just to make a little basketball reference because his brother is Klay Thompson. Felt like some hero ball there because he wasn't even close to getting it, to making that catch. But rolled one up. That depends on how far Kersh can go. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in Clayton Kershaw tomorrow? But getting back to this inning, so Trea Thompson dives. The Padres, they're not aggressive there. They hold the runners on second and third. And then the next batter, Trent Grisham, he grounds to first, scoring Cronenworth to make it 5-2 Dodgers. So they pull within 3, and then Kim advances to third, and then with Kim at third, 1 out, Nola hits a sac fly to left to score Kim, and just like that, the Padres pulled within 2 at 5-3. So on that play there, not a great throw by Trea Thompson, and we've seen the CT 93.3. You saw what he did in right field with that outfield assist early in the season. Chris Taylor, we'll see if he's healthy enough, and if Trea Thompson slumps and isn't able to recreate the success he had in the regular season, the postseason, I think Doc will go to Chris Taylor earlier than you would think. I think that it would be a quick leash on Trey Thompson. I think they are going to give him a runway, give him some opportunities, but Chris Taylor is a guy, last year he led the Dodgers with a 12.03 OPS. He was the Dodgers' best player, and also he's made so many game-changing plays for this club. Just ask the 2018 Brewers about that. But, so they end up scoring there, and then Julio gets Profar to fly out for the third out of the inning. But, leadoff home run by Myers. The Cronenworth single, Kim double, Nola sac fly, some shoddy defense there by Trey Thompson. And Padres get 3 runs on 3 hits there in the 5th inning. And then, nothing from this Dodgers offense. They couldn't hit sand if they fell off a camel for the rest of the way. They weren't seeing the Padres pen very well. Not great at bats. And here we go. Gratterall threw 1 pitch from David Robb. Machado still owes his salary from Juan. Yeah, he definitely owes us his $300 million contract because the Dodgers won a World Series. Rob G. AOD-Mac. I blame bowling for Mookie's off swings. Interesting. Hey, we'll see. I think Mookie Betts is look, these guys, what do you expect them to do? Just stay holed up in their hotel rooms and just watching game tape and just sleeping in the batting cages? Do you expect that? No, these guys have lives too. I know all you guys have really hard jobs, and when you're not working, you're not probably working on your job, right? So I know that everyone needs their free time. I'm not going to make anything of that. But the Sham Mookie from Bob, not on YouTube. We got No P. Nope, not. I was waiting for Gratterall to blow. Oh, can't hear. Hello. Oh, you can't hear the Dodgers. Okay, well, I'll work on that. I'm not sure why that is. But when it goes fire tick, can you hear? Let me see fire tick. Let me know about that one. But thanks, guys. We'll figure that out. It was working for most of the season. D-Mac, why? I agree, CT3, unless he's healthy. The thing about Chris Taylor, though, is you have to also factor in the fact that there is no Hanser Alberto, so they could use his defensive versatility in the infield if they need to. So, bottom of the 6th, JT fouled to first for the first out. Lux grounded to short. Thompson fly to center for the third out. And then top of the 6th inning, this was nut-crunching time. This is where you're filling your bottle with your favorite, you're filling your glass with your favorite bottle of liquor. This is where you're checking that heart rate. And the 6th inning got a little dicey for the Dodgers. But let's do some more comments before we jump into that. By the way, if this is your first time watching the Dodgers post-game show, we'll be rocking with you all postseason long. Pre-game, post-game, analysis and videos and breakdowns throughout the day. This is your one-stop shop. Go to youtube.com/DodgersNationTV. This is your show. I'm just hosting it. I'm the man of the fan here to get your takes on Dodger baseball, so be sure to smash that like button. But here we go. We got No Gallo from Boomer Assassin. It's not a rivalry from Javier Mora. I've never seen D-Mac and Will Smith in the same place. Undefeated. No Gallo. Re-signed Trey. Yeah, hey, if he continues at this pace, Trey Turner is going to be a very expensive player. Pay Trey is the motto. But Justin Turner needs to step up. Guys, it's one game, okay? Trey Turner came through. The biggest development tonight was Trey Turner, a guy that struggled so mightily, not just last year, but for his entire career. He had a .561 OPS heading into this postseason. But let's not forget that Corey Seager had a .203 batting average before 2020 when he went into God mode, taking home the NLCS and World Series MVP. So sometimes it just takes one postseason. But I'm at like a 7 or 8 on Kersh. Manny is going to get a home run. That's from Anthony Keene. It's just a question of when. Yeah, just hopefully it's with no runners on. And the great thing about Kershaw is his walk rate is still elite. He's walking no one. So don't allow those free passes. Don't allow those base hits, and you'll live with an occasional bomb. But, the most important thing is with this offense should be able to score runs against the Padres. But let's talk about this 6th inning there. Are you guys a little worried about Evan Phillips? Because Evan Phillips, make no mistake about it, since May 1st, he had a .51 ERA. That's the best in baseball. He established himself as a top 5 reliever in the sport. And this is a guy that the Tampa Bay Rays, they just threw out. They just left there by the trash can. It's like a couch on the side of the road. You just take them, please take, free. And the Dodgers, they picked him up and they turned him into one of the best relievers in the game. But last season, he did have his moments against Atlanta in the postseason. He did pitch 3 innings. He did have some success, but the role is different. He's heading into this postseason build as the Dodgers' top high-leverage reliever. So we'll see how he handles it, because so far, thanks a lot, Diane Schroeder. I appreciate you. Let's kick off the postseason with Micheladas for DMAC. Thanks, Diane Schroeder. Always rocking with us. That $20 in the super chat will all go to Trey Turner's contract. I have a big jar here, guys. Whatever Andrew Friedman doesn't want to pay, I will throw in to cover the difference so we can pay Trey and keep him in Dodger blue. And after what we saw tonight, we definitely want to make that happen. DMAC, thank you for all you do. Never die Dodgers. Appreciate you, Isaac. Man, by the way, if you guys, for these scary innings, we're talking about this 6th inning that caused you a lot of stress, hey, please drink responsibly. But if you want something crisp and refreshing, something to take the anxiety away, something to take the stress away, get a crisp and refreshing Hornitos Paloma. Please drink responsibly. All right, here we go. Strider, hear you. D-Mac, who knows? Maybe CT3 pulls a Gibson. I hope he comes back at full strength. Yeah, he's not injured like that. He's still feeling good. The cortisone shot definitely improved the issue that he was having with the neck that he experienced in the batting cage. And look, he's a gamer, man. He's a guy that is going to be on the field. He's going to be the Chris Army knife. And you know that moment's coming. Chris Taylor steps up. When the lights are brightest, that's when Chris Taylor, he shows up. And either it's a big play defensively or a big hit. But yeah, let's talk about this 6th inning, because Evan Phillips, a little shaky. Evan Phillips is a guy that the Dodgers are going to need him to come through again and again and again against the top hitters of the opposition, against the meat of the lineup, in big situations, high leverage moments that could decide the fate of the 2022 Dodgers. Evan Phillips has to come in and put out the fire. And he did struggle a little bit there in that 6th. So on the 7th pitch of the at-bat, he misses away with the heater to issue a leadoff walk to Juan Soto. It was clear in that bat he was definitely nibbling a little bit, not attacking the zone with the same gusto that we've seen from him, and you just didn't see the same confidence in that slider and that cutter early on. Then next batter, 2-2 count to Machado. Manny reaches on an infield single down the third base line, and it was a roller. Phillips thought it was going to roll foul and hit off the lip of the grass, but it stayed fair and gave the Padres runners on first and second with no out. So yeah, you really can't blame him for that play. It definitely was further inside the line than a lot of those rollers that you see that you just fully expect to roll foul, but still, he was playing it safe. I think maybe you want to be a little more aggressive in that situation, especially with no outs and a runner on first. But Machado reaches 68-mile-per-hour exit velocity, and that sets the Padres up with runners on first and second, no outs. And Bob Melvin, he elects to pinch hit for Brandon Drury, and he sends Josh Bell to the plate, and that was a battle. So batting from the left side after on the 8th pitch of the at-bat, Phillips gets Bell swinging at a cutter away for strike 3. So that was one of the biggest strikeouts of the night. We talked about Profars earlier with Nola on second there in the 3rd inning, and then in this inning, with getting that big punch out with Josh Bell in that situation, that really put the Dodgers in a great spot to try to get out of that inning, because you thought at least they're going to be able to score a run in that situation. Will D-Mac Smith from Alex Renteria. Bats fell flat. That's from Siobhan over on Facebook. Palm Trees, Madres, Biological Daddy, the Dodgers. Peter, Yordan Alvarez, 3 for 4 with 5 RBIs today, and he could be on the Dodgers. Peter, I'm going to do a whole video on that in the offseason to talk all about that, because it gets very complicated when it comes to Yordan Alvarez. But yeah, it does feel like it's Andrew Friedman's Pedro Martinez, one that got away. But thanks, Diane, the fairy godmother of the Dodgers Nation post-game show. We can't thank you enough. But yeah, so Bob Melvin pinch hits for Drury. Josh Bell goes up there, 8-pitch at bat. He punches him out with a cutter away for strike 3, and then 6th pitch at bat to Myers. He gets him to ground into a 4-6-3 double play, and that gets him out of the jam. So that completely puts out the fire. A 4-6-3 double play, a great turn there by Gavin Lux, a great throw by #pay Trey Turner, and earlier in that at-bat, he gets away with a hanger that Myers missed. So a hanger that Myers missed that really could have changed the entire game, but a great turn by Lux was behind in the count. And yeah, that was just a get-out-of-jail-free card. The pitcher's best friend, as they call it, a big double play to get himself out of that inning. So, yeah, and like I said, the defense by Thompson, it wasn't great, okay? And that kind of made up for it. I think you saw that great turn by Gavin Lux. So a good night for Gavin Lux offensively and defensively. So not a lot of people will probably talk about it, but Gavin Lux is a guy that was instrumental in this win. The big double when it felt like the wheels were falling off for the Padres, but after he gets that RBI double there in the third, nothing doing for the Dodgers after that. So the issue I had, so Evan Phillips, like I said, he goes an inning. He throws 26 pitches, just 17 for a strike. So not as efficient as we're used to seeing him. Did issue the one walk, had the one strikeout, and he fell behind the count of 3 of the batters that he faced. So it's very uncharacteristic of Evan Phillips. And yeah, we didn't see the wicked swing and miss that we're used to seeing. So I'm sure for him, a little jitters, a little rust. He hasn't pitched in a while in a game like this. So yeah, Evan Phillips is going to be fine. But something to monitor because they need him to step up. So bottom of the 6th inning, Dodgers go down in order. And then top of the 7th inning, Alex Vesia delivered because the Dodgers' top right-handed high-leverage reliever, he didn't look that great. He still got the job done, and I still have full confidence in him. But Alex Vesia, he is the Dodgers' top high-leverage left-handed reliever, and he came through in a big way. Here we go, Taco Tuesday for Trea from Dave Machado. Sean, love how many pitches we got out of their pitchers. Yeah, that is the Dodgers' formula to success. It is death by paper cuts. They work the count. They force you to throw pitches. They don't expand the strike zone, but they do look for mistakes. They do look for pitches that they can drive, and that's just what they do. And they're going to have to execute that strategy tomorrow against Yu Darvish, and I'm hoping you see the same success early in the game because once Yu Darvish settles in, he's tough to beat. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there later in this show. But he won't take a discount from Strider. Hear you. Not worried about anyone. They're just getting adjusted. Yeah, I agree with that. Can't wait to see Trinan from Marion, LMAO, DMAC. My guy, my go-to promo guy for sure. Anthony Kane represent. Don Kim, your cup blends with the green screen. That was cool. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I mean, it does do that, doesn't it? So, yeah, Alex Vesia comes in before this game. 1 earned run in his last 27 appearances. He's been absolute nails for L.A., and he gets Cronenworth swinging on a slider away, gets that chase for the first out, and the next batter fell behind 2-0 to Kim, and he comes back and punches him out with the slider away for the second out, and then 0-1 to Grisham. Grisham singles to left. It was this excuse me swing by Grisham. Didn't even jump out of the box very quickly. He did hit it pretty hard, and he gets a 2-out base hit. So with the runner on first, 2 outs, Austin Nola at the plate, Vesia strikes him out, loses his mind on the mound like he always does, and he strikes out the side. So a great showing there from Alex Vesia. Bottom of the 7th, Dodgers go down in order. Freeman grounded to first, Smith grounded to second, Muncy struck out swinging, and then Vesia comes back out to start the 8th inning. So Profar, he grounded to the pitcher, and Vesia just did a nice job knocking it down. We've seen in the past sometimes Vesia struggle do you ever go to a Dodger game? Sal, yeah, I cover the team, go usually during the season, and when I don't have my show in the studio, I'll go to the game, talk to the players, clubhouse, cover it like that. But yeah, when it's a game like this, you got to be in the studio and cover the post-game show. So that's what I love to do is chop it up with you guys and really break down the entire game. But yeah, I definitely do go to the game as media. Haven't gone as a fan in a minute now, though, that's for sure. Maybe one of these days. Nice win, but not convinced this is over, Mr. Classic. I agree with you. I mean, it's never over until it's over, especially after what we've seen in this postseason. It's just been a wild postseason so far. Doug, talk about the fan interference. What'd you think, Emar? I think that it was a stretch. I really do. I think that, yeah, it was pretty close, and I think it was worthy of a challenge. And the way the Dodgers, thank you, Isaac, for that $5. I appreciate you. Trey, please stay. That'll go towards the contract and maybe some carne asada fries and a Modelo. How's that water in your cup, D-Mac? What are you talking about, man? This isn't hot water, bro. This is like straight Four Loko. Oh, man, Four Loko hits every time, and I got like Four Loko and some like Pop vodka, all the works, man. Padres Twitter actually out here saying it's good news Roberts burned his ace against the Padres number 4 starter. Look, that's That's silly talk. That's silly talk. The Dodgers have the ultimate advantage in this series because Mike Clevinger, I don't even think they'll pitch Mike Clevinger again in Game 5. I think you might see Yu Darvish or Musgrove. Well, you could see a Darvish maybe on short rest, even though he's never pitched short rest in his career. Or you could see a bullpen game type situation where he gives you a few innings. Maybe you see Clevinger again, but I think we'll see the same result. So, yeah, that's silly. The Dodgers are going to try to end this series as quickly as they can, and you do that by throwing your biggest arms. And that's what I loved about Dave Roberts tonight. Going with Evan Phillips, and yes, he definitely was rocky at times. He wasn't the Evan Phillips that was the best reliever on the team and a top 5 reliever in the game, but still, he was very aggressive. D-Mac, this is for you, man. You are the D in Dodgers. $4.99. That's from Cody. Man, I appreciate you, my guy. You get a comment of the night. Appreciate all you guys, man. Thanks for rocking with us here after the Dodgers get the dub. So, Vesia in to start the 8th. Profar, he grounds the pitcher for the first out, and then Vesia gets Soto to fly out for the second out, and that was all she wrote for Alex Vesia. With Manny Machado coming to the plate, Dave Roberts elects to go to Brusdar Graterol, and we got the sequel after, of course, we saw what happened in Game 2 of the 2020 NLDS where Manny Machado and Brusdar Graterol, they got into it. Of course, Brusdar blew him some kisses there. There was some foul language exchange, but Brusdar comes in, and he gets Manny Machado to fly to left on the first pitch, a sky-high fly ball for the third out. So a nice pull there by Dave Roberts, a great job pressing that button and pulling that lever to bring Brusdar Graterol in. One pitch just makes light work of his son, Manny Machado. And I think Manny Machado, too, he's an emotional player at times. And he sees Brusdar Graterol, and I think he was a little aggressive, and I think that he should have taken a couple pitches. But he goes up there, he swings at the first pitch, and it was sky high. I think there were some of you out there that might have been a little terrified that that was going to end up going out for a home run. But, yeah, that's kind of what Brusdar Graterol does with the soft contact, with the natural movement. You're going to see fly balls like that. But no day off between games 4 and 5. Yep, lots of relief pitchers for tomorrow. Craig Osterberg, absolutely. What changes in tomorrow's lineup? I like that question from Aldo over on YouTube, and we're going to discuss that in a little bit because, hey, I mean, I think the first thing you might think of is Trey Thompson wasn't great tonight. They gave him an opportunity, didn't look great at the plate, did draw the one walk, had the competitive at-bat, but defensively in a tight game, he didn't love his defense. I think he's athletic. He's a guy that can definitely go out there and also make a highlight defensive play. But Chris Taylor, tomorrow's a must-win too. Tomorrow is a must-win too because the Dodgers don't win tomorrow. It could be the last game of the year at Dodger Stadium. So we have to treat this as a must-win tomorrow with Clayton Kershaw on the mound, and defense definitely plays a role. It did tonight, that double play there in the 6th, that turn by Gavin Lux, and you never know. With Chris Taylor, he's a trusted defender out there in left, and he's another guy, too, that was the Dodgers' best hitter in the 2021 postseason, so they might want to see if we can have Ock Taylor once again, if he can rekindle that magic. But D-Mac, throw the hat to the back and make those Padres cheeks clap, good vibes, Spencer. I don't even know what that I just read. Padres will come out on fire tomorrow. That's from Aldo. All Kershaw tomorrow. We got David, who pitches game. Doc is playing chess from Joe Deff. David, who pitches game 3. Doug, we'll get into that in a little bit, too. So jump into rest of that game. Go to the 9th inning. Chris Martin, he comes in. Of course, Josh Bell, he gets the ground out. Cronenworth, he gets the base hit to left. And then you have Kim representing that tying run at the plate, and he gets him to fly out, and that was it. Dodgers got the dub. And, yeah, that was an impressive win for the Dodgers because they were the team that was waiting in the clubhouse for a long time. They haven't been playing relevant, meaningful baseball since like June. They won this division by 23 games. So for this team to go out there and perform in front of 53,000 plus Dodger fans in the first game of the postseason, I think they look good early, and they got to Clevinger. They did score enough runs. I predicted a 6-3 win. Dodgers won 5-3. But the biggest takeaway tonight too, we need to see some more from Justin Turner. We need to see some more from Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts. It is just one game, but those three combined to go 0-10 with 3 Ks. The Dodgers got dominated by the Padres bullpen after Clevinger was chased from the game after just 2 2/3 innings of work. And, yeah, I mean, Credit to Will Smith, credit to Trey Turner, credit to Gavin Lux. Offensively, they carried the load tonight. And then also the Dodgers, they need to find a way to dominate the bottom of this Padres order because they're the pesky Padres down there. And they had success in the Mets series tonight. Will Myers gets that rally going. Cronenworth, Trent Grisham, a lot of those guys down the bottom of the order able to provide a spark. And you don't want to have this lineup feel like it's that long lineup that we had feared that they would be when they made the trade to Soto. So I think all in all, you got to feel good about the fact that the bullpen got it done. Julio Urias, he was fantastic during different points. It wasn't the outing that I was expecting. I thought he would go 6, give up 2. He ends up giving up 3 in 5. And yeah, he just wasn't as sharp in the 5th. And I think that it's the postseason. He's a guy that really just empties the tank out there at times. And some of those pitches, some of those breaking balls, the Will Myers one, and also defensively, he make a play here, you make a play there, and Julio possibly goes into the 6th inning and maybe finishes with 90 pitches. But you also have to feel good about the fact, too, that if it does go to a Game 5, that Julio Urias will only have thrown 79 pitches and gone 5 innings. So the Dodgers, from a pitching standpoint, they are in great shape. But give me your other big takeaways from tonight's game. We got Madre's going to Madre, Darvish will choke. That, to me, is the million-dollar question right now. How will Yu Darvish pitch? How will Yu Darvish pitch against the Dodgers? Because Yu Darvish is a very talented pitcher. We know that when he's on, he's a guy that can really just dominate an offense with his style of pitching. And the key for, if you look at his last start against the Dodgers, he shoved. No runs, 2 hits in 7 innings of work, 9 strikeouts. So he has had success against the Dodgers even in the second half of the season. Before that, August 7th, he allowed 2 runs. He gave up that 1 home run in 6 innings of work. So Yu Darvish is a guy that works deep into games. He has that pitch mix, and he's a guy that is not going to be rattled. He is not going to be rattled, and their season's going to be relying on Yu Darvish. And he pitched well in the Mets series. And I think that the Dodgers, they're up for the task. They absolutely are up for the task to try to get to Yu Darvish. But Darvish is the one guy that I fear most. If I have to fear anyone for that Padres pitching staff, it's Yu Darvish. Yes, Blake Snell can get hot, but if you look at his pitch count, the most he's going to go is 5 innings. Yes, he did pitch that 7 2/3 innings against the Dodgers earlier, but still, he didn't pitch well in the Mets series, had those 6 walks. But, tomorrow is the big test for the Dodgers. The year was the quiz. Today was the quiz. Tomorrow is the big test. So we'll see how they fare. But let me know down below how you guys feeling about that Yu Darvish start tomorrow. Let me know down below in the comment section. Another thing, too, the Dodgers, they haven't seen Suarez yet. They haven't seen Hader. They haven't seen Garcia. So the Padres still have their high-leverage guys. So when it comes to winning Game 2, the Padres are in a good spot with the arms that they have available. But the DMAC, let's go back here. We got the Madres, who's your daddy, from Palm Trees. Dodgers must win at all costs from Mr. Classic. Yeah, so you guys can give Dave Roberts some credit for tonight. I think he managed a good game. I think he pressed all the right buttons tonight. I think that you send Julio out there the way that he is as a competitor, challenging guys, he could get into some trouble. You go to Evan Phillips, you'll live with that. You'll live with the fact that you went with your high-leverage reliever, your best high-leverage guy there, and you got the job done. D-Mac is my dad. Mike Jones, who? Kershaw getting 10 Ks tomorrow. That's from B920. Any bold predictions for tomorrow? Vesia is the bestia. Yeah, don't mess with Vesia. That's from David over on YouTube. He got the cortisone shot. We'll see how he feels. Just got to get to Darvish. Got to get to Snell. And, I think the Dodgers will be in a good spot. But, guys, thanks for rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. We're going to be rocking with you all postseason long, all 11 of these wins. And, yes, I said 11. The first one is down. The Dodgers got the dub tonight. Just 10 wins to go for World Series Championship number 8. So, enjoy the rest of your night, guys. It's just a taste. Get ready. Buckle up. It's going to be a wild postseason. It'd be nice if they could just blow out every game, but you're going to have some tense moments. But, give the Dodgers credit. After the big layoff, after how hot this Padres team was beating the Mets, they didn't have to fly cross-country. They were celebrating at parades in San Diego like you do after every single win, it seems like. But Yu Darvish, he is the test tomorrow, a 2.52 ERA in 25 innings versus the Dodgers. So we'll see how they fare. But let me know down below, guys. What are your takes on Yu Darvish? How many runs will the Dodgers score? And be sure to tune in for the pregame show tomorrow and postgame show as well. D and postgame show versus everybody. Good night, D-Mac from Cody. Good night. Sleep well. Right back at you. Dodgers win 6-3 from Alex Renteria. Thanks, D-Mac. Thanks to Rebecca. Prediction for tomorrow, Mookie and Freddie come correct. Anthony Keene, I feel you on that. I think Freddie Freeman, he'll have a big game. I think Freddie Freeman will get some base hits. Dodgers 7-2, 10 or more, baby. But hopefully Trea just continues his hot streak, man. I want to see him put together a complete postseason. And yes, every time he gets a base hit, it feels like he's getting that much more expensive. Here's a base hit. Oh, add $3 million to his contract. Here's a double. Oh, add $6 million to his contract. By the end of this postseason, Trea Turner could be worth like $500 million if he continues to perform the way he did tonight. But yeah, maybe I'll do a breakdown on that fan interference. Look out for that. I keep getting that question. Still 1K. Yeah, thanks, Trace, as always, man. But yeah, thanks for rocking with us, guys. We will see you tomorrow, pre and post game. By the way, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation post game show. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, smash that like button. Tell your friends about the show. If they're not Dodger fans, who cares? Have them become Dodger fans, okay? And also, if you don't follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at DMac_LA, talking ball 24/7, 365. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. We'll go right back into the comments. Who can give me a walk-off shot? Give me a walk-off comment, and then we'll head out of this one. When's the pregame show? Tomorrow. Diane, look over on YouTube. We'll put some promo stuff for it. But yeah, usually looking at an hour before game time, depending on how it goes. But yeah, usually that is what we're shooting for. So tomorrow the game 5:37. So yeah, I think we'll shoot for a 4 o'clock pregame show, I'm assuming. But Trace with 2 RBIs tomorrow. Book it. 2-7 Sham Diegos from Melvin Trinidad. Dodgers winning 3. D-Mac does 3 shots of Ornitos. I got you, bro. For sure. But thanks, guys, as always. My name is Doug. Best way to end a Dodgers win is with D-Mac. Oh, I appreciate you, Don Kim. That could be like a commercial or something. But Don Kim, as always, appreciate you and all of Dodgers Nation rocking with us, breaking this thing down together. Dodgers get the dub. They're up 1-0. 2 more wins to go in this series. Let's take care of business tomorrow. Tomorrow's the big one. Tomorrow is the big one because they win tomorrow. That puts the Padres in a position where they have to beat the Dodgers 3 straight games. We know that ain't happening. So take it to little brother tomorrow. Take full control of the series. Get to Darvish. Kershaw have a solid outing. You still have a complement of arms available, but tomorrow is going to be the war. It's going to be the test, but we'll be here rocking with you. My name is Doug McCain. Thanks, RR. You the man. Right back at you. Thanks for rocking with us, guys, here in the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Be sure to, Michael, we'll cover that in the offseason. 10 more wins. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.